All right, summary of Chapter 1. Now that you have completed the chapter, let's review some of the new terms, concepts, the ideas you've learned. You should have a thorough understanding of the principles before moving on to Chapter 2. Wave propagation, invisible force, enable the man to communicate over long distances. The wave transmission can take many forms, such as the light, sound, radio. The light form of the wave radiation can be seen with the heat can normally be seen, but that can be felt with the radio wave and cannot be seen or felt. Wave motion can be seen with the action thrown with the pebble of the pool with the still water. The ripples move over the edge of the pool and demonstrate the propagation theory. Transverse wave at the top of the wave motion, radio light with a heat wave. The example of the transverse wave. The wavelength amplitude crest within trough. Longitudinal wave at the top of the wave motion with the sound wave is only the example of the longitudinal wave within the source medium. The detector are three requirements of the all wave motion: sound waves, medium, and air detector. Sound wave can be anything that expends energy. Wave the medium, the vehicle, the carry wave, the one point to another, water, air, empty, metal, empty with space. For example, the medium, the empty space, the considered metal, the electromagnetic wave, the not medium of the sound wave. Sound detectors absorb the wave of the medium, but the source of the human air is example of the detector. Hertz is abbreviation. HS is in loop of cycles per second, while referring to the radio frequency, velocity, the propagation speed of the rate of which the crest of the wave move through a freedom of the free velocity, the calculated in the form of the velocity of the propagation expressed in feet or meters per second. The wavelength is in feet or meter, and the frequency of the hertz. Reflection occurs when the wave strike with the object. The bounces toward the source of the wave that moves from the source of the object is called the incident wave. Incident wave of the wave that moves away from the object is called reflective wave. While the reflection angle of the incident is equal to the angle of the refraction. Refraction occurs when the wave traveling through the two different mediums path through the boundary of the mediums bends toward the away from the normal. The distraction from the count of the ability of the AM radio wave due to the low frequency to the travel over the mountain. F and T maybe signals due to their higher frequencies are blocked. Doppler effect is a apparent change of the frequency of the source to move towards away from the detector. Can affect the operation of the equipment used for the detector to measure the energy wave. Sound can be audible to the human ear. It can be outside of the hearing range. Noise and tones are two general groups of broadly and all sounds, musical and noise. The physical intensity of the quality. Three basic characters for the sound. Pitches describe the frequency of the sound. The intensity describe the energy of the transmitted quality, and able to distinguish one sound from another. The density, medium temperature, atmospheric pressure, effect of the velocity of the sound, temperature, the density, pressure, and decrease of the velocity of the sound, increase the device of the diversity. Acoustics of the sound, with the signs of the sound relate to the signs of the hearing. Echo, example, the reflection sound of the echoes give the sonar depth of sound for the determinant of the emission for the radio of the object with the depth of the ocean bottom. Reverberation, multiple reflection of the sound with a real long roar with the thunder of the call with the re-vibration the underwater of the equipment of re-vibration near the object with the interfere with the returning of the equal to the actual targets. Interference occurs with the two waves that move simultaneously through the medium that can interfere with the constructively, destructively, and produce the resonance of the zero. Resonance is the curve of the object that vibrates. Resonance is natural frequency when the difference of frequency produces the inside of the cavity. Sound of the cavity strums longer than the resonant frequency, and all of the frequencies, nor the distance is distracted from the distort of the quality of the sound. Photon, small cube of the radiant energy that makes up the light on the wave of the radio wave. The angstrom units are used measuring the wavelength of the light using 1,505 minus 10 to the negative 10th wave angstroms. Visible spectrum contains the colors between the infrared, ultraviolet. Infrared, ultraviolet are invisible to the human eye. Primary color of the lights are green, red, and blue. With the principal primary that can be made with the color between the red and violet. The three colors are mixed equally. They can produce a white light. Alright, complementary colors are light and the magnetic yellow and cyan. The produce the mixing of the two primary colors together with the overlapping beams. The speed of light is empty space is conservative 1,860,000 miles per second. Or 300 million meters per second with a specified vary for the different medium of the is counted at 186,000 miles per second is even the speed of light. The electromagnetic spectrum is complete range of the electromagnetic frequency of 3 kilohertz beyond 300,000 tetrahertz. The audio frequency of 15 hertz or the 20 kilohertz is not electromagnetic energy. They are not called the electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic field consists of the electric field, the magnetic field. These fields are responsible for the transmission, reception, of electromagnetic energy through free space. And that was Chapter 1 summary.